So what we are going to learn in this webinar, after this webinar, definitely you will be able to develop some components, not instantaneously the big components, but small components you can build. Second one is you can easily create the forms, and you can know how you can trigger and invoke the forms. Trigger is nothing but it's a button. If you click, it will show you the form. Form is nothing but a template, or you can say a menu template, where you can insert the values and make the model change. And you can improve your skills by learning some online websites. Definitely I'll give that reference also. So quickly, let us get into AutoCAD design automation. Before going to get into AutoCAD design automation, I want to improve your skills in Inventor as well as the automation levels. Generally, we have 4 levels of automation. Among them, you are familiar already with 2 of the levels. Number 1 is parameters, number 2 is equations. And second level is iPart, iAssembly, spreadsheet, or you can say Excel sheet linked to Inventor. So parameters are like you already know FX parameter. There you insert the parameter and assign some name to it. Later you assign that one to your dimension in Inventor, sketching, or 3D modeling environment. So equations nothing but you can make things automated at this level itself. If you have any equation, you can insert that equation into FX parameter. Later on, if you want to have the varieties of the models or standardization or library content, then you can use iPart, iAssemblies, or spreadsheets linked to it. So this will give you 2 levels of automation, means it makes your component smarter. If you already have done these things, congratulate, you are already at second level. And the third level, fourth level automation is, so whatever you do with the coding, that comes into third level of automation, that is iLogic. So iLogic is embedded into Inventor. You need not to separately install any add-ins or extra tools, or your company need not invest anything extra on that. So iLogic is embedded environment. There it has got editor, nothing but where you can insert your code, and you can work. You can even save that code with that part. Is you can embed that logic with that part, and you can transfer that part with your colleagues as well. The fourth level is advanced level of automation. Once you are done building the components with iLogic, you will have at least 50 to 70% of confidence and capability of coding into high level. High level means using VBA, macros, you can say, or any other languages like C++, VBA, C#, Java, like that. You can use that coding also. So it will make you easier, your life easier to learn this language, because you already covered some of the parts in iLogic. So let me go for next slide. So here, the iLogic overview I want to say. So iLogic is very much simplified for the people who are non-programmers, or who don't like coding, or who are very much new to this, or novice, you can say. So those people can write the logic like English type. The sample is there. If length is greater than or equal to 60 and length is less than 80, then do this one, do this work. Just assign 1.5 to my thickness of the component. Else if that is not the condition, then go for the other condition and check it. If length is greater than or equal to 80, or length is less than or equal to 100, then assign the thickness to this parameter. It's very intuitive, very easy, English type. You need not to memorize some syntax like colon, semicolon, curly braces. You need not to memorize that many symbols for writing the logic. I will show you how it is easy. Before that, I want to just showcase you the user interface of iLogic, where you can find that user interface. If you open Inventor, you can see Manage tab. In the Manage tab, you can see one option called Add Rule or iLogic Browser. Click that iLogic Browser. You will get one left side. You can see a picture, iLogic, a browser, where you can add your rules, create the forms, which is local or global. After that, click that rule, that is next right side down picture, the third picture. In that you can see the syntax is written or the logic is written. You can read the logic if you can see if the text are big enough. If model size equal to 300 series to 170 millimeter, then do this. If B1 is equal to, B1 is equal to 99, B2 is equal to 63, like that. So simple logic. With this logic, you can build your component smarter. So you can quickly see here, so how we implement one component using parameters, equations, iFeatures, spreadsheets, and iLogic. So parameter is a base for anything. Whatever you are implementing, you have to have good knowledge in parameters. If you are not implementing equation, doesn't matter, but you have to have good knowledge on parameters. Then if you are not implementing IPart, iAssemblies, doesn't matter. You can have parameters, then you can use those parameters in iLogic to build the logic. Definitely we'll see that one in this webinar itself. Let us quickly go for the demonstration. So I have here models open in Inventor. You can use this iLogic. It does not restrict you to the versions, whatever you are using. If you are using 2014 or 2022 version, it will work. It will work perfectly if you have iLogic rules inside. So here I just want to show some of these samples starting from very basic to advanced level both. So here I have a component here. This component has parameters. Let me show you the parameters here. Go to manage Apex parameter. So here all the parameters are predefined. Predefined in the sense, if you start working with, then model parameters will start building that one automatically. So system will build this parameters names automatically, and user parameters which we have created. So the type parameter has got these many variants. So DN10, D100, like that, we have all the variants. Then, as I said, you can go to iLogic browser, then browser is open. You can go to the rules. Then we have created a rule. How we created the rule? Right click and say add rule. Simple. So we have added the rule. Let me go inside the rule, what logic we have written. If you open this rule, this is the user interface. Let me briefly explain what this user interface. Left side, you have all the syntax and custom snippets, which will make your life easy if you want to convert anything into a DWG file, PDF file, or a save as a SAT file, like that. You can add the syntax into the work area, or you can say editor. So here you have model details, and this will ignore as of now. You have all model details. If you click this one, you get all model parameters, and here you get user parameters. So once we have everything in the editor, this area is called editing area. You can edit your code here. So I have written a small logic, or you can say simple logic. If type is equal to DN10, so type is nothing but the user parameter. If this user parameter equalizes or equals to DN, here list is given DN10, then what it has to do? It will automatically make D1 equal to 10, D2 equal to 14, D3 equal to 34, D4, like that. It will do automatically. Then if this condition is not true, Dn is not 10, it will check another condition. If you have selected Dn15, then it will do this work. It will apply these parameters to it. And D, likewise, you can write a small code. You can copy and paste repetitive codes, and then you can compare with your the types. So this is the smallest code. I can say simplest code, not smallest code, simplest code, which is repeating, just checking the condition and applying the parameters. So D1 already defined in the model parameter D1 26. So if you select type DN10, then it will modify DN equal to 10, where it is 26 now. Let me see this one. Let me show you this one, how it is working. So rules we have created, then we go to the forms. What is that form? Form is nothing but you can create your user interface like this. If you edit or click add a form, then you can get this user interface. This is very easy, pick and place. See, you can see here, the form has got type, which we have picked and placed here. The form has got D1, D2, D3, all the dimensions here. So how you can add, you can simply pick and place it here. So it will be added here. See, L4, L1, which I have just picked and placed. Simple. So just say OK, and let us click this form. It will open the user interface. So we have added a picture, we have added the type which we want to change. Let me show you the changes. So first of all, I'll go for DN100. Then the model automatically changed. Then I'll go for D125, the model changed. D15, like that. Like that, I can easily change the variants of the model in matter of seconds. So what I have done a simple logic which is readable within some time, within minutes, you can learn that logic. It's just if syntax. Just implement the if syntax and you have variants of component. Let me show the other model. You can even, we have seen that how to control the parameters. Now we are controlling the features. Features in the sense extrude feature, split feature, face, you can say hole or shell. These are the features. We can control those features as well. So what we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rules for that. You can write same, you can write all the logic in one rule, or you can create multiple rules having individual logics. So one is handling model state, one is handling stock, one is handling fillet and shell, one is handling gusset, and one is handling finished with holes, like that. So let me go for finished hole. You can run this one. You can see the model is completely finished with all details. So if you go and run with the stock, so you have a bulk model which is at initial stage. So you are indirectly controlling the features of the part. So previously we have compared the features, we have seen the parameters. Now we are looking into the features, right? So stock, next I want fillet and shell, just run it. You get fillet and shell invoked, and then gusset, just run it. You will get gusset details, and last run with holes, then you'll get complete model. Let me show what we have written inside. Just open this and you can see multi-value dot set list. So this can be brought from this. You have to just click this one. You see it has got all details also. Set multi-value list of a parameter by specifying each value to be included in the list. The description is given here. Just you have to place the cursor and double click. It will add it. You need not to worry, or you need not to memorize or take a note. It is there, everything. So what we have done, multi-value parameter dot set, which parameter? Model set parameter. We have added this one. So you can see here these parameters we have added. This model state, in that we have added 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. So from fx parameter you can insert the values, or in iLogic also you can insert the values. So let me come back and show another rule, stock rule. It is just handling the features. You can see in the stock rule, it is just handling the features. So whatever feature you have, extrude, face, fillet, anything, feature dot is active. It is English readable type, right? Is active. If it is active, say true. If it is not, say false. False means it is not active. True means it is active. It will just do activation and deactivation of the feature. Simple. You just add and give the value. Simple. So it will add the features, activation and deactivation. See, pardon me. Similar. So you have again another rule for having extrude 1 is true. Extrude 2 is also true. Face draft 1 is true, and split 1 is also true. Like that, the feature names, it will activate or deactivate. So you just have to go to features, and then wherever you want, just click the parameter, just double click this one. Feature dot is active. In this, insert the feature name, whatever feature name. You can say right click, capture also you can say. So it will capture the feature name, and then you can say true or false. This is very easy. Just we have to know where the features are there. I mean, where the functions are there, how we can add. Let me switch to another component. Not only that, you can handle your components in live, right? So when you are working with model, then you can easily change the parameters by just dragging the values here. So far we have seen like you have to give the value and then insert the value, then it will update, but it is live going on like that. Even you can place this one wherever you want and the diameter of it like this. So next, let me go for the another sample where we have a shaft. It has got complete details. Now we are working with intricate details. So far we have seen small models, then we have seen how to control the features, then we have seen how we can control the live. Now we are going to check like how we can give the complete details to the model. So we have a picture here. It shows what is Q1, Q2, or RID, or LC, H2, or whatever. Here, every parameter is given. You can change LC. This one I want to change. It has got all the list. Just I want to go for 25 and say apply. So it will be applied here. And then here, I don't want to have this hole. So just say activate. Here, just say suppress. Okay, the hole is gone. In matter of seconds, you can change the model and you can have your specified or desirable component. So this one, you can insert the value already 100. I'll just go for 200. Apply. So it will be 200. This one, I just want to go 100. Update the model or apply. It will go change the model. So you can play with everything, the parameters which we are given in the model. But the condition is you have to have good knowledge over FX parameter. First, second one is the logic parameters. I mean, in the logic, what functions we are using. Those two basic things you can go through and you can do R&D. You will learn 50 to 60% by just doing R&D. And if you learn from any authorized people, then you will become master or expertise at it. So quickly, let us see the rules here. Right click, edit, ISO view rules. So here, view, this is just to set the view. This is to say about, means if you run the form, then the form details are there. I mean, the other options are there, about and update. You can link your website or something in Inventor itself. For example, here, if I say about, it will just direct me to Microgenesis website. So there you can call any websites or any details from Inventor itself. So you can do, there are a lot of possibilities, lot of possibilities. And let me go for suppress whole details. There also you can see if this is happening equal to true, then do this one, suppress this feature. And this is happening, do this. This is happening, do this. So you will be using if statement or if syntax most of the time. Means I can say 60 to 70% time you will be using if. So learning if syntax will help you to learn 40 to 50% of biology. Apart from that, if you want to make your life very simplified, then you can learn switch case also, which is very similar to if else statements. But switch case will make you read the code easier and make the code, write the code easier. Simple. Switch case will check this condition, and here it searches for that. If it is matching with this case, it will implement this code. Very simple. You can learn this one in just 20-30 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour. You can say you can learn it. So that switch case is implemented, which is driving this one. And the last rule is just to update it. You can find these functions in the list itself where you can update this, right? Okay, so these are very small models. I just want to show you the bigger models, very big models. So here we have a one play set, you can say. So I want to call this play set. If somebody is amateur who doesn't know how to run this form or form is not there, he can go to manage tab. In that trigger result, just click this trigger. It will trigger this window. So where you have all the details, like I want to have double base, okay. Then your model will start going through the logic and quickly it will add the double base in the design. Again, trigger, go for rock wall, just click it. Okay, assembly has some problem. I want to go for left side. Then you can say left side. If you want this, it will be added. If you want to have single base and have to have that component or that feature left or right side, it will quickly change the model and have the model like this. So you have right and left side, both sides this. Very easy. Let me go for furniture. So it is not limited for manufacturing people or people who are working with machines and all. It is also useful for furnitures of people who are building. Then you can quickly go for measures. Just open this form and then go for adding your desirable details. Like people say that the table size we want, like length of the table is 1500. Let us go for 2500. Done. So it will change the table size as well as it will arrange the chairs accordingly. And thickness of the chair and height of the table. If I want this one to be 1 meter, just click OK and it will change it. You can see this one. Then if it is not matchable, then you can go for having this one 200. Then it will be set like that. And when you talk about the chairs, like how we can change the chair sizes and all, you can create one more logic for that. Means I have already created that. Let me go into the chair model. Yeah, I have one separate chair model. If I want to make the changes in that, simply I can go for width. I want like 500, height I want like 600, and thickness let it be 40. So you can quickly have this chair done. So when you update, the chair will also get updated in this area. And now let us go for the biggest model. I mean to say like bigger model. Like people may think like iLogic is only for simple models or simple components. No, it can be more than what we think. So let us go for iTrigger. So it will trigger and bring me this user interface. iTrigger. And here I can say, I can change the dimensions of this component quickly, like length and belt width. I just go for changing the belt width to 48. What happens here? It will change the belt width as well as it will change the rail or which is being mounted on. That also it will change, and drum sizes and all, everything will change automatically. So you need not to rebuild these complex models again and again. Then drive side and specification or length is smaller, like you want to have like I want to have like 500 something, then it will quickly add that 500 length to it, and it will adjust all the components upon, and it will adjust all the details to it. So the assembly is built. You can see the assembly, how it is looking. So these all are about iLogic building, and you can have fun with iLogic also. The last model I want to show you, which is like you can play the games in iLogic. So now the game is telling here, welcome to the T3 something blah blah, welcome note. And now it is tic-tac-toe game. If you know, just you have to click that base, it will add the feature in it. Click, it will add the feature. Again, it is telling in the in that if you move the cursor is displaying play X, select any box. So I'll select this one and then hold. So it is happening when you click something, it is actually adding something into it. What something? That X and O is being added. So the match is draw. So no one is the winner. Like that, you can build or utilize iLogic in this multiple ways. So I hope I have given the enough information in the constrained time. In the constrained time, I have given you the enough information over iLogic. And if you want to learn about iLogic and you want to go deeper in that, we provide the trainings on iLogic also, iLogic and VBA, basic and advanced level automations. You can anytime interact with our marketing team or Microgenesis. We will be very glad to help you. Thank you very much. So we'll move to Venkatesh now. Venkatesh, over to you. Yeah, so it seems like it's a question and answer sessions. We would like to answer your questions. You can shoot your questions.
Yeah, someone is asking they want to share this video. Is it possible for them?
Yeah, thank you, Shiva. So we are getting the questions. We are okay getting questions in Q&A box rather than in chat box.
Yeah. And what the language code or codes are? There is a VBA and C# is there. Yeah,
yes.
that's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So I'll take the question. Let us go for the first question, which is
Rajiv.
Anonymous attendee. Here, can you please show only sample assembly by setting scratch, like how to give D1, D2, and D3 about B? Okay. So this is a webinar session. We cannot able to showcase in this constrained time. So I don't know who is this. It is coming like anonymous. You can contact us. Definitely will help you in that. So that the next question is, which version of inventor is being shown in this webinar? So we have utilized two versions, 21 and 22 of inventor. You can use 2019 or any other versions, it doesn't matter. Magic with iLogic, how it is helpful in model designing. So so far, Subhash has asked this question. Subhash, you can implement this into your modelings, how I have shown you. You can go to Autodesk forum. There you can get lot of videos and lot of webinars on iLogic. You can search this. You can search Autodesk website, or you can contact us. Definitely will help you how you can implement your mold design, modeling and all. And next, Uttam, the pop-up window comes up to input the options. Have you created this in programming or it's available in iLogic? Yeah. Uttam, this is iTrigger, where it is inbuilt in iLogic itself. There you have to just add one parameter, iTrigger, and you have to hook this parameter with your iTrigger. It's very simple. It's one line code. You can search in online how to implement iTrigger. You'll get it. It's very easy and one line code. I hope I answered the questions. I answered your question. Okay. Rajiv is asking which will Python work or only C# and VBA? See, first level of coding, no language is required. Second level of automation, which I have shown in the webinar, no language is required. Third level of, there also no language is required. If you know C or basic syntax of any programming language, that's enough. If you want to go advanced level of simulation, I mean advanced level of programming, in that case, you could able to use any language. I can say C#, VB, Python, or any other language you can say. means you can utilize with the help of Visual Studio. Okay, Subhash again asking mold, not model. Okay, Subhash, your query regarding the mold and all, you get back to our marketing team. Will help you in that. And Aditya is asking question, we can use representations and positions for various view positions. Why iLogic is preferred over that? Obviously, you can use representations, but it is rigid model. Representation is just a rigid model where you have one type of setup, one type of configuration. But in iLogic, what happens? You can implement your logic. If the length is this, you can make the changes in different components. So it is very easy. You can simply insert your logic in text format. Just text you have to effort. But in representation and positions, there you have to effort entire setup with different configurations, with different sizes. After that, in representation, you have to add that configuration. It is very tedious job. You can try it out. Let me know how it is, and you can try with iLogic also. You will see the difference. Subhash is asking question, magic with iLogic, how it is helpful in mold design. Subhash, you are asking this question repetitively. I suggest you contact with our marketing team. Will help you in that. Abhi asking difficult level of learning iLogic for mechanical engineers. Is that a question or is that a statement? I don't know. If it is a question, it's not difficult to learn. It is very easy. Within days, you can easily learn and implement this one. It's very easy. Yeah, just you have to memorize syntax. That is also not necessary. In iLogic, it is already inbuilt. You have to double click. It will add the syntax, snippets, and even when you build the logic, you can save your snippets, syntax in iLogic itself. Later, you can utilize. Ram is asking, can we control mates, which we have used in assembly? Obviously, we can control the mates. Obviously, we can build new mates and we can control the mates. And Anam Ramesh is asking, can you do these services for our automation with the Inventor? Obviously, we have a department, means we have a team which is behind implementing the automation for Inventor, AutoCAD, and other products of Autodesk. You can contact with us through marketing team. Definitely will help you in that. So I'm taking the questions from the chat. So after this, we'll close the session. If you have any questions, you can drop in the question bar, this Q&A box.